Welcome to the Calculus, a collection of micro lectures, video lessons, and sample exercises. Let's compute the antiderivative of this given rational function. So here, as continuation, we are going to use here specific rules in order for us to identify the antiderivative of this given rational function. But of course, if we're going to look closely at the terms inside the given function, you would see that the variables are t, but it's still possible to be integrated or to find its antiderivative because the integral is with respect to t. We have here the given item, the integral of your binomial expression 2 minus t, all over t minus 1 minus 3 over t dt. Take note that it is very important for the variables to be actually the same, because if they are not, specifically let's say this would be dx, that would mean this would be treated as constant, and you can of course use the constant multiple rule to take that out, leaving integral of dx here inside. Okay, but again, as mentioned, since it is on dt, or with respect to t, so let's apply the rules that we have learned previously. The first rule that I would like you to apply here would be the sum and difference rules. Yes, this is still under rational function because our given are both rational functions, or the terms in our given are rational functions. But let's apply the previously discussed rules, specifically the sum and difference rule, allowing us to come up with two separate integrals. You have your 2 over t minus 1 dt, and you have your minus the integral of 3 over t dt. Okay, that's just simply allowing us to look into the terms independently. Now, when you look into this, and again, they are rational functions, both of them, we can see that the possibility of using the power rule is not here. That's because for the second term, the power or the exponent of your denominator is 1. 1 is the restriction for our power rule, and at the same time, for our first term, it's a binomial expression. Similar to the previous example, we cannot use here the power rule because our t is part of a binomial expression. What we can use here would be the logarithmic rule for antidifferentiation, which allow us to get the antiderivative or to integrate a rational function where the power rule and other rules cannot be used. Of course, we have the claim as a disclaimer that there are also other techniques specifically for rational functions where these denominators would have different forms. Just like if it's this, if say for example this is actually squared, or you have here t squared minus 1, so we have a different story for that. We will have that for different situations. But since these two fits the previous two examples, let's continue doing them. Let's continue by using the constant multiple rule. We can take the two constants out, so you have here 2 times the integral of 1 over t minus 1 dt, that's for the first term, minus you have here 3 the integral of 1 over t dt. And since these two fits the criteria for the logarithmic rule, which tells us that the integral of 1 over x dx, or in this case treating this as one entity, is equal to the natural logarithm of your x, in this case the entire denominator, or in this case it's t plus your c. So doing that, you will have here 2 times the natural logarithm of your entire denominator t minus 1 plus c, and for the second is minus 3 times the natural logarithm of your denominator t plus c as well. So multiplying the constants, you will have here 2 times the natural logarithm of your binomial expression t minus 1 plus 2c minus 3 times the natural logarithm of your t minus 3c. Take note, you have to apply distributive property. But take note that these two are with arbitrary constant c. So if we're going to combine them, you will have minus c or whatever would that be. They are still constant in nature. So you can actually go away with distributing that and simply continue with the next term here, minus 3 times natural logarithm of your t, and allowing this distributive property here and here to be included in just one symbol plus c. This would allow us to accept or contain all constants regardless of whether it is or it has a multiple of -3 or 2 or a combination of both. This is the result for this given item. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe now!